Greetings from TaiyangNews. My name is Michael Schweler. I'm the managing director, and I'm here at Inox Solar at their headquarters. And I'm very happy to have with me Divesh Sharma, their CEO. Divesh.
Yeah, thank you very much, and I welcome you all. Yes, please.
Thank you. So I think let's talk a little bit about your strategy. Exciting times. The market is growing. The Indian market is becoming bigger and bigger, and also more important worldwide. Not only on the demand side, but also on the supply side, which also means the supply side is even growing even faster. There's also some competition arising, so we're even seeing overcapacity. So, what is your strategy in this
solar sector? The manufacturing ramped up very fast, unexpectedly, And now, right now, what I can see the data and all this analytical data that I've seen. The manufacturing capacity is almost close to 170, 180 gigawatt. Where the offtake, I don't see offtake more than 50 gigawatt in the time to come, even in this year. So, and most of the companies are setting up the cell plants, even in the cell manufacturing segment. If you see the data from the MNRE data, ALCM is already close to 32 gigawatt. And what I presume, and even my cell plant is coming and other cell plants are coming. So by end of the year, we will be almost touching 25 to 50 gigawatts. So there is enough capacity even on the DCR. Because from 1st of June, the DCR is coming up, ALCM is coming up. So the demand of DCR will be fulfilled very easily. The current pricing for the DCR modules are very high. But I don't see in the coming time it will going to be retained on the same prices. There is tough competition, and many companies who are not coming in the cell manufacturing segment, they have to really see how they will fulfill their manufactured modules and which market they will cater to. Inox, we have certain advantages, which is a total vertical integration company. We have our own IPP segment where we cater most of our modules. Plus, we are also a very big name in the Inox wind segment. So, the hybrid projects we can pitch where the solar wind is going, we can pitch our modules also. So the second thing, which is advantage. Third, we are also coming in cell plant. And the fourth is we are almost close to 20 gigawatt of operation and maintenance company, O&M company, which is in the name of Inox Green. That is the only listed company in India which is having such a big operational O&M capacity. So we are also considering for the repowering, we can also push our modules. So for all in all, we see we are almost covered our risk factor. But yes, modules are in overcapacity, oversize, and market is very difficult, and the prices is going to be very tough, in the coming time.
So why did you move into manufacturing actually? It's modules, of course, one thing. Cells brings a different level of complexity, but and you come from wind, and then you also.
No, the parent company I know GFL. Yeah. GFL is a chemical company, Gujarat Fluorochemicals. So the manufacturer is in the blood, in the core segment of our organization. So for any complex models, any chemical models is our core strength, as I know GFL. So our in-house capacity and capabilities are very high already in this field.
And this, you mentioned that, of course, the combination of wind and solar is helpful, especially, of course, when you talk about all these curtailments that we have, and so you basically smoothen basically the generation.
Most of the projects are coming hybrid projects. You need to have a force hydro, you need to have wind, you need to have solar, you need to have storage. So if you see, all in all, we are already there in wind, we are already there in solar, we are already there in storage also, we are doing that. So we are covering the entire segment of the renewable sector.
But you started with modules, now you go into cells. How's your integration on the solar side being planned? And are there any manufacturing, and how is manufacturing plans for other topics. So at some point, are you thinking even about going into battery storage assembly or even manufacturing further upstream? So what are your plans in general?
We are already supplying fluorochemicals. Even we are exporting a lot of fluorochemicals. So it's just like that. We are already in the core segment of fluorochemical in the storage segment. If you want to go to backward integration, for making the cell or further the battery and the container solution, it's not going to be rocket science for us. But if we see the economics, it doesn't fit right now. So far we are not doing that. But yes, as far as Wafer and Gujarat is concerned, we are seriously thinking, and we will work according to the policy of the government. Once the policy is out, accordingly we will take our moves.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned also that that already we have overcapacity, so that means factor 3, 4. So whatever it is, utilization is obviously lower, but that means the way out is also physically a way out. It's about exporting. So what are your strategies?
See, right now, if you see the GCC market, the UAE market is totally flooded with the Chinese panels, and it's open market. So, and Chinese are definitely, the price bracket for the Chinese is much better than Indians, so that market is not open for us. But yes, Inox also started the new category for the EPC and IP player in Africa. We will evaluating that if we are competent enough, we can also cater in the African market, but it's not yet certain because India itself we have a lot of orders in hand, and in the past we had already tied up with the LONGi for all the LONGi modules under tolling module will be done in Inox, and will cater the LONGi customers in India. So far, our target for manufacturing in India is only up to India. But yes, we are exploring the market, which country we can export.
And so how does it work now? Okay, so in the past it was easy with tolling also and doing modules with Chinese cells. But now you have the ALMC.
No, once the ALCM will come into picture, they will supply us the rest of the BOM.
Okay.
But the cell and other things, we have to do it in-house in our factory and supply them. But certain people have certain requirements, they still want to prefer LONGi modules, then we can also come into picture and supply them and support them.
So that means you will then produce basically LONGi modules.
We will produce Inox module, manufactured in Inox factory, labeled as LONGi.
Okay. So that means you are their OEM producer for India, and according to their specs, basically.
Yes.
Okay, and that's some exclusivity you will have,
They have LONGi also put it in the social domain already. LONGi publishes in all the magazines. LONGi China, LONGi Africa, LONGi Singapore, LONGi Hong Kong, LONGi. All LONGi offices publish this thing. Joint working with LONGi and Inox.
But is this something exclusive for India, or might they also?
It's not mentioned exclusive or non-exclusive. That condition was never arise.
Okay. And as of when is this happening? Actually,
it happened in the month of September.
Okay. So since then you are basically the producer of.
No, we have not started yet because we were totally fully booked. And LONGi is also, we are doing the 3x testing for all the modules at the TUV labs. So we are expecting the result to be out soon. So when the results are out, then we'll start doing it.
Okay. And then when you said you are fully booked, so how is the market at the moment? So we have this overcapacity. So are you?
We have taken some big orders, like we are working with L&T, Larsen & Toubro for SJVN. We are working with NHPC. We are doing with Integra, Revayu, many other companies we are doing, and plus our in-house projects also.
Okay. And that how much of that is for India, and how much is this abroad?
It's totally for India.
It's all for India. And but how are you looking also into other markets? Europe with this.
If we get opportunity and a good price, why not?
Okay. And okay, and technology-wise, so you yourself do TOPCon modules.
We started with G12R anti-topcon modules. So we are doing 620, 625 watt modules right now.
Okay, and when you move into cells, same
model.
So okay, so you will keep that.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your EPC business and your O&M business. So that means how is the volumes? How different is that in terms of production, and how's the strategy also?
O&M business is very stable. You have to just operate and maintain and make the productivity high. So Mr. S.K. Mathu is the CEO for Inox Green. He's handling this business quite well. And it's a listed company, and it's quite. And we keep on adding more and more O&M into it.
And you do that for other companies?
Many companies. Yeah.
Okay. Who you are partly also competing with, or is it?
As far as that kind of platform is there, I think we are number one.
Okay. And if you look at your own projects, what's the strategy there? You build, you also keep, or you're selling?
So far, we are keeping everything.
Okay.
So what is going to happen in the future is with Mr. Devanjan, who is our executive director. He will decide.
But
so far we are retaining everything.
So that means you do the development, the EPC in-house, and you do your own O&M.
Yes.
Okay. And but at the moment also, I think since this business is bigger than your production, you're also buying products, right, in order to feed this.
No, so far we used to buy, but right now we are not doing more than 1.5 gigawatts, so we can easily cater to in-house projects.
And this is also the long-term strategy, that you basically do everything in-house and use.
It's easy to control the quality. And what we are at the time of supply, the lead time is controlled. Yes.
And then, where do you see the clear USP? Is this actually this integration, also not only the horizontal integration, also that you are into wind and others?
The USP is that we are catering to the entire solution provider for anyone. If anybody want to come in the renewable sector, Inox is the only company who is giving everything in platter as a complete solution provider. So he has a peace of mind.
And if you see Inox in 5 years, that's a long time, almost eternity in solar. But where would you see Inox in 5 years from now?
I think we should be in the top 5 players.
In terms of producing what?
In terms of producing the entire value chain, in terms of producing O&M.
Value chain means from modules to wafers?
Module, wafer, technology, renewable, the total renewable sector, even in wind and operation and maintenance and storage, everything.
So are you thinking also about doing more parts of the value chain? So of the system, I think the Chinese are trying also to turn into total solution providers, that some of them do their own inverters, they do their own racking systems.
Right now we have no interest to do the inverters or racking systems. Because we are not, we are basically IPP company, we are the electricity producer and seller. So to go to small production lines, we are not doing that. Rather than we started to go into open maybe a new market, maybe we start a market in America.
Okay. So I think that's fine. Super. Thanks. I think that's crisp. I think then we can do something about this.
Thank you.